Strikes here to the first 4 hitters. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bazana. Singer delivers, and Bazana swings and fouls it back. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count on Bazana.
Yeah, it looks like Brady's just kind of feeling in his hand. It looks like he's got a Band-Aid or something on that right thumb on his pitching hand, and you can see him rubbing that area with his fingers, trying to get the grip on the baseball.
Now it's 1-2. Swung on, and Bazana skies a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Key Brian Hayes is under it. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. The Guardians are done in the...
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998. Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, he's out. Yes, sir. Look at this. Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Promo West Productions and Michelob Ultra present Jack White, September 18th at Megacorp Pavilion Outdoors. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com. For more information, visit PromoWestLive.com. Don't miss Jack White, September 18th at Megacorp Pavilion Outdoors.
This night, well, the Reds have seen him before this year, and the Reds had some success when they faced him in Cleveland. Here's the first pitch to Ellie, and it's a little bit low. Fastball, ball 1, 1-0.
Well, there's not a whole lot of deception in the delivery from the left-hander Cantillo. He's just straight over the top. Fastball doesn't move a whole lot. Breaking ball is sharp, and he'll throw the changeup as well.
There's 1-0. A wave and a miss. Fastball. He's working with Patrick Bailey, and it sounds like, based on what we've heard, Patrick Bailey's got him throwing a few more breaking balls now, a little bit more reliant on the curveball. So we'll see if that's something he does tonight. Here's the 1-1. And it is curveball, but it hangs off the outside corner.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pitch if you can land it, because that starts well over in the left-handed hitter's batter's box. Kind of a backdoor breaking ball to a lot of these righties.
2 balls, 1 strike to count. Here he comes. And it's another good one in there for a called strike to Ellie, and you see him kind of standing there, cocking his head to the side.
That looked low.
Yeah, it was close. No challenge from De La Cruz. The count is 2-2. Cantillo making his 23rd start. He's 8-6, ERA 4.02. Almost 110 innings pitched for him this year. 116 strikeouts, and the 2-2 pitch to De La Cruz. And strike 3 called. Got him looking at a fastball. Froze him with 96 at the knees, just above the knees on the outside half of the plate.
Cantillo just showed you exactly what he's going to do to these right-handers. Fastball down and away. He pitches from the far third base side of the rubber. So he's creating that angle across the plate to the outside edge, and then he's going to throw the breaking ball back to that corner that starts off the plate.
Now Sal Stewart. Nobody on, 1 out. First pitch to Sal, and there's the backdoor curveball in for a strike. 0-1.
It's a free strike.
Well, he seems to be a guy that has learned that and using that much to his advantage right now. The pitch. And he's back off that with a fastball over the inside corner at the knees.
Yeah, I think that's low. I think both of those pitches are low.
0-2 the count on Stewart.
It's not low.
Pretty good pitch, really, if you can get it. Home plate umpires Lance Barrett tonight. Malachi Moore's at first. The crew chief Alfonso Marquez at second. And Mike Estabrooks at third. The pitch. Curveball down too low. Tried to get Sal to chase it. The count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Stewart. Cantillo readies. And here he comes with the 1-2 pitch. And a fastball just a little bit low that time. Went to the outside corner, but missed down. I don't think he got it as much to the edge as he wanted to either. It split the plate, but it was low. And it's 2-2 on Stewart. Nobody on, 1 man out. Cantillo's 2-2 pitch, and Stewart grounds it foul, third base side.
Well, that one fooled Stewart. The first changeup of the ball game from Cantillo, and it was a dandy. Right on the outside corner, and he had Stewart way out in front of it.
Cantillo's last time out had a little trouble with the Tampa Bay Rays. The pitch. And Stewart lines a base hit past the second baseman Arias into right field. And Sal Stewart is aboard after striking out all 3 times he came to the plate in the nightcap last night. He goes the other way with a curveball in the outside corner and just slaps it into right field.
Boy, that's a good piece of hitting. Kind of got a little flat-footed there, did Stewart, but he kept his hands back. You could see his body move forward, hips start to open, but the hands stayed back.
Now Dane Myers. Myers has had a nice Ohio Cup series this year. The pitch is a strike called on the inside corner. He's 6 for 13, kind of quietly flying under the radar a little bit, but he's had a lot of success against the Guardians.
Made some nice plays out there, too.
Boy, did he ever. He
Game
made a couple
last night
that were spectacular, including the one to end the game. The 0-1. And Myers takes a fastball down low. I was talking with him about that play today. He goes, I actually didn't think I got a very good jump at it. He goes, I started back, and then he had to run more right over to it. He made eye contact with Marte and realized, I think I'm going to have to be the one to make the catch. He did, and it was a spectacular play, but still fearless going into the wall. The pitch down and away. But I think part of, he talked about going back on that ball first, and I think that's part of what made him able to make the catch and soften the blow against the wall. 2 balls, 1 strike on Dane Myers. The 2-1 pitch off the inside corner with a curveball. Myers is homered in this series, driven home a couple. He's got a double, hitting .462 against the Guardians. I mean, that's a decent resume for the Frank Robinson Most Outstanding Player Award. Now he rips a line drive into left field for a base hit. He's
left that ball up.
7 for 14 against the Guardians this year now. They left it up, and Myers was right on it. Now the batter is Eugenio Suarez.
I think this is a pretty good matchup for the Reds with Suarez and Cantillo.
First pitch, and it's a curveball in there for a called strike. What makes you think that?
I think Cantillo likes to use that fastball at the bottom of the zone, and he's not overpowering. And Suarez has that uppercut swing, and that's where he likes it, is down low and out over the plate.
Cantillo's 0-1 pitch. Instead, they spin and look back to Sal Stewart, but Sal was just standing on the bag by the time he spun. Didn't even bother to throw. Sal was really dancing off the bag on the first pitch to Suarez. Dancing off again. Here's the 0-1. Way off the outside corner of the breaking ball to Suarez. And you wonder, with Sal dancing out there at second, really jumping off the bag, is he getting more in the head of Cantillo or distracting the batter? It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball foul, third base side. There are some hitters that it doesn't bother at all.
Some that don't like it.
And there are definitely that. Suarez was actually breaking back to the bag as the pitch came home on that last pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Cantillo's 1-2. And a breaking ball dives low and inside. Curveball, and Suarez didn't offer at it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 out. Reds trying to strike first here in the bottom of the first inning. Reds got a run in the bottom of the first in the nightcap last night. Went on to win that game 2-0.
It's got to be a changeup here, right?
See the 2-2. And instead, a fastball right over the inside corner for strike 3 called.
Struck me out too.
That's a risky game if you're looking changeup and you get the number 1. Now you get frozen on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball over the inside corner. Good pitch there from Cantillo. Second strikeout here in the first inning. So 2 on, 2 out, and now Tyler Stevenson. The first pitch to Stevenson is a strike at the knees. Stevenson still a smoking hot hitter for the Reds. Right-handed hitter. Left-handed pitcher. Here it comes, and a big swing and a miss at that big curveball. And Stevenson down to the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Going back to June 26th, he has 8 multi-hit games. It's the 3rd most among catchers over that stretch. Now the 0-2 pitch. And Stevenson takes down low. Last 32 games, which goes back to early June. So this is over a month now. He's hitting at a .337 clip. It's one of the best batting averages in all of Major League Baseball over that span. The 1-2. And Stevenson lays off the changeup. There it was. But it's down in a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Cantillo's 2-2 pitch. Wave and a miss. Got him with a curveball. Back-to-back strikeouts after the Reds got him.
Bo being chased by something. Bo Jackson's not afraid of a pack of gorillas. And a little bee just chased him out of the batter's box. He's gone, Bo. 3-0 to Bo. He's hacking. Oh, my way, God! Lordy, he just killed it. Here's a drive, left center field from Adele. It's Gilbert watching that one fly. And the Angels power out a couple of home runs here in the 4th.
Mentioned that second time through. Better swing on a changeup after all those swing and miss on a changeup. That's a changeup going 108.6, going 446. It's Barry Bondsley.
That ball was annihilated by Joe Adele. He has 16 home runs now.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Well, the Reds had a great opportunity in the first, came up empty, and were scoreless as the Guardians bat here in the 2nd inning against Brady Singer. He will get Brian Rocchio. Singer's first pitch is grounded foul off the front of the Reds' first base dugout. One of the things that Singer has been doing a much better job of here over his last several starts is throwing first pitch strikes. We talked about it a little bit in the first inning. That was not something he was doing early in the season, and it wasn't something he did a lot of in the first inning. So we'll see if it's better moving forward. He got a first pitch strike to Rocchio, and now he Spins a slider down too low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's his 1-1 to Rocchio. Swing and a miss, and a fastball sinking away from him. Ball and 2 strikes on the left-handed hitting Rocchio.
See, I think that ball has much later movement and much quicker movement away from the left-handers, where his arm action is now, than what we saw at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, it looked like the ball just faded that way rather than biting.
Here's the 1-2. And the pitch low and inside. Breaking ball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that last fastball that he threw, that sinker to Rocchio,
took off.
It almost looked like a left-handed slider.
Yes.
2-2 pitch, fouled back. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Rocchio.
And I think that's where Singer makes his money. I think he gets hitters having to look out there, and then he brings that breaking ball just underneath the swing.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Rocchio. Singer's 2-2. And he flirted with the outside corner around the knees. Didn't get the call. It counts full 3-2. A little bit off the edge.
Well, if Tyler's not challenging, it was a ball. We know that now.
That's true. The pitch. And Rocchio swings. Got a pitch to hit. Got under it and lifts it high in the air to right. And there's Marte to make the catch. That got a lot of the plate, but it was down, so he got away with it. And Rocchio with a lazy fly to right. And that's the first out here in the second inning. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Singer's first pitch slider backdoors the left-handed hitting Kyle Manzardo, and it's 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch right on the inside corner with that sinker. Boy, once he gets that combination dialed in, he becomes lethal.
That's tough. Backdoor breaking ball and then the front door sinker. Neither pitch looks like a strike until it is.
Now he's got Manzardo down to the count 0-2 with nobody on and 1 out. Here comes Singer's 0-2 pitch. And it's that sinker again, trying the inside corner to the left-handed hitting Manzardo, but it stayed in just a little bit. Ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. And Manzardo tried to hold up, couldn't. Went around on the slider down, and he's down on strikes. First strikeout of the game for Brady Singer, and there are 2 outs here in the second. Mentioned that it's a beautiful night for baseball. Just a few harmless clouds overhead. 82 degrees is our TimStar game time temperature tonight. Get complete home comfort with a TimStar heating and cooling system. Find your local TimStar dealer at timstar.com. Fastball taken low. Ball 1-0 on Gabriel Arias.
Kind of hard to beat this night at the ballpark.
You cannot. It cannot be beat. The 1-0. Swinging a ground ball back up the middle. Off the left side of the mound, and it ramps on into center field for a base hit. 2-out single for Arias. He's on, and that'll bring up Patrick Bailey, the former San Francisco Giants catcher. Guardians picked up. Now he's not exactly tearing the cover off the ball, but the Guardians have been really happy with what they've got from him as a catcher, and he is hitting better in a Cleveland uniform than he was with San Francisco. Of course, Progressive Field's a little more hitter-friendly than Oracle Park in San Francisco. Most ballparks, to be fair, are more hitter-friendly than Oracle Park. He takes ball 1 outside, and the count is 1-0. 195, 5 home runs, 19 driven in. Singer's pitch, and Bailey takes off the outside edge, and it's a 2-ball, no strike count. Runner at first, 2 away. No score in the second. Reds and Guardians. The finale of this 3-game get-together, and here comes Singer's 2-0 pitch. Bailey takes a strike at the knees.
You know, that ground ball up the middle by Arias, De La Cruz never moved out of his stance, and it was 10 feet on the left field side of second base, and he was looking at Arroyo. Maybe he didn't pick the ball up off the bat.
2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled away into the seats behind the third base dugout.
That was just a weird play, because normally your shortstop's moving in that direction no matter what. Even if he couldn't get it, he would be moving that way. He never came out of his stance.
2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Bailey with a runner at first and 2 away.
Of course, you do have a little sun shining into the stands right behind home plate. Maybe it was tough to pick up.
Singer home with a 2-2. Way high and outside, and that'll fill up the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, the whole field's pretty much in shadows now, except for that little patch of sun shining right behind home plate. 3-2 pitch to Patrick Bailey. Runner goes from first, and the 3-2 is dribbled over by the Reds dugout. Singer making his 21st start of the year. He is about a week away from his 30th birthday. He'll turn 30 next Tuesday. ERA around 4.5 this year through his 20 starts, 5 wins against 9 losses. Right-hander's payoff pitch to Bailey. And he walked him. Tried to get that fastball to come back to the inside corner about knee high, but it was down and in. And Bailey will head to first base with a 2-out walk, and a base hit by Arias with 2 outs, followed by a Patrick Bailey walk. And now he'll deal with the number 9 hitter, Petey Halpin. That is not a guy that Brady Singer wanted to walk right there. Not with 2 outs.
Well, and Halpin's hitting in the number 9 spot, but he's the one that hit the ball to the wall last night in the 9th inning. He seems to be able to handle that fastball.
First pitch, Singer to Halpin. Fastball strike. And the count is 0-1 on Petey Halpin. Halpin was on twice in the game last night, but hit by pitch and a walk. And there were a lot of folks that were witnessing last night's action that thought he had hit a game-tying home run in the 9th inning. Dane Myers made the catch right at the top of the wall, leaping into the pads in a full sprint. Pitch is up and away, and now it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count of the left-handed hitting Halpin.
There's a lot more breeze in tonight's ballpark than what there was last night, and the breeze is out of right center field.
Singer's 1-1. Breaking ball is a cutter that hangs up and away, and it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. So Singer having a little difficulty finding the strike zone at the moment.
He's got 2 outs in the inning. You surely don't want to get back to Quan.
2-1. Halpin swings, fouls it back. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Kind of feel like this is a big moment in this game already. These are 2 teams, both of which struggle to score runs. They both struggle to get hits, period. Here's the 2-2. And Halpin golfs one a mile into the shallow center field air. Here comes Dane Myers. He'll get there to make the catch in short center. And Singer.
Pop quiz. How do you go from Captain Clutch to the Iron Horse through a milestone and a marathon? The answer is on Hall of Fame Connections.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Boggs would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,000th 131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Additional $1,000 off a Sunrun using promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule your free estimate online at championsavenow.com.
Joey Cantillo's back at it in the second. Pitched out of a little mini jam in the first inning. Reds got a couple of one-out singles back-to-back with Stewart and Myers, but Cantillo got back-to-back strikeouts of Suarez and Stevenson to thwart the threat, and now will deal with Noelvi Marte, and the first pitch is in there for a strike to Marte. 0-1 on a first-pitch fastball. Marte up hitting 189 with 6 home runs and 13 knocked in. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. Cantillo delivers a curveball fouled away. 0-2 on Marte. Nothing in the second. Cantillo, a guy you typically want to try to get early in an at-bat. The deeper it goes, the more he has the advantage.
Well, he's got both the changeup and the curveball as a weapon, and he can ease those off the plate.
0-2, and Cantillo delivers way high and outside. You know, we were talking about this before the game. When you use the changeup and curveball as much as he does, and really he's getting to a point now where he's even using the curveball more than the changeup. 1-2 pitch, swinging and a miss, and he got him. He just did tip it foul to stay alive. 1-2 strikes. But let's say you're using that curveball primarily. How much better does that make your fastball and your changeup, for that matter?
I think it makes them both better as long as you can command it.
1-2 strikes. Here it comes. And a wave and a miss at a high fastball down on strikes. Noelvi Marte. And here's Cantillo with 4 strikeouts for his first 4 outs. So Cantillo's carving him up here in the early going. Brings up Ivan Johnson. Johnson got his first major league hit last night. Dropped a base hit into left field. That helped produce a Reds run. The pitch. And Ivan Johnson takes the changeup down low for ball 1. You can't help but wonder. I know every player is different, but you get that first big league hit out of the way, and it's got to feel like a weight lifted. The 1-0. A wave and a miss and a changeup up, and now it's a 1-1 strike count.
I would say so. I would tend to agree with you. You know, I got my first hit in my first swing, so I wasn't really that worried about it.
Here's the 1-1. Down too low. Curveball missing.
Pretty good feeling.
I bet it was. Yeah.
It looked about as hard hit as Ivan Johnson's did last night. But you know what? A hit is a hit is a hit.
2 balls, 1 strike. Johnson watches a fastball cutter down the middle for a strike. 2-2. Nobody on, 1 man out. Cantillo striking everybody out right now. Johnson trying to avoid being the latest victim. The 2-2. And a wave and a miss. Got him with a curveball in. Ivan Johnson's down on strikes. That's 5 already for Cantillo with 2 outs here in the second inning. Well, let's look at today's Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. Ohio Cup trivia has been the topic this series. What city played host to the first game between Cincinnati and Cleveland that was played under the Ohio Cup moniker? The pitch in for a strike. Was it A, Cincinnati, B, Cleveland, or C, Columbus? 0-1 on Edwin Arroyo. Did we learn the answer to that before the game today? The 0-1 pitch, ground ball foul, third base side.
Well, I know we were talking about that with Tom Hamilton. And we were talking about the first time that they had played in Columbus, the Reds and the Indians.
That was...
But I don't know that that was particularly under the Ohio Cup umbrella.
0-2 pitch. And he reaches for it, and Edwin Arroyo punches one through the middle into center field, a base hit. And Arroyo is on with a 2-out single. Third hit of the game for the Reds. Well, it kind of makes you wonder. Maybe it was. Maybe they called it that then.
What letter is Columbus?
That's C.
I'll go with that.
I think I'm going to do that as well. Brian Hayes bats and takes a fastball up and away. I mean, it would make sense that it would start there, given that they met in the middle at Columbus. I kind of like that. In this state's capital, the pitch low and inside. It's a 2-ball, no strike count on Brian Hayes.
It would fit in with the system.
Okay.
That's also a benefit.
See, we're checking a lot of boxes on this. 2 balls, no strikes, and here it comes. Arroyo's running. The pitch is a breaking ball outside. Throw to second, not in time. Arroyo dives in under the tag of Arias. Ahead of the
first
throw.
Major League stolen base.
It sure is. And now he's in scoring position. The count is 3-0 on Brian Hayes, and you've got Ellie De La Cruz waiting on deck. I gotta believe that Brian's going to get a pitch to hit at some point here. Question is, can he drop one in a hole somewhere and get Arroyo home from second after his first big league steal to the 3-0 pitch? Hayes taking all the way, watches a fastball for a strike at the inner half, about thigh high. 3-1. He'd like to see that pitch again. Probably won't. Cantillo's 3-1. And a wave and a miss. He got a belt high fastball that time, right down the middle, and he came up empty, and the count's full 3-2. That might have been a better pitch to hit than the 3-0 pitch that he took.
Under it.
Full count, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Hayes swings, goes the other way. Fly ball, fairly well hit. Deep right. Halpin on the run. The center fielder makes the catch.
In right field.
Sidearm delivery and a comebacker. There's the good athleticism. He throws the glove to first for the out. The ball was stuck in his glove. What an intelligent play by El Duque.
That reminds me of Terry Mulholland 12 years ago against the New York Mets.
And it's a good reminder for all you youngsters out there. If you're going to catch a glove with a ball wedged into it, use 2 hands like Tino Martinez did.
Here it comes. Swung on and hit high in the air. Deep right center field. It's got a chance, Thomas, at the wall, and it is off the wall, and it bounces by both fielders. Caratini scores. Lee's going to score. Royce Lewis has tripled home the winning runs.
3-2 offering. Swung on in the air. Right center field and deep. Back goes the center fielder, leaping at the wall. It is caught! Oh, I don't believe it. What a catch by Dane Myers.
Dom blasts another one dead center field. An unbelievable night here at Dodger Stadium.
Sandy Alcantara on his 97th pitch gets through 7 shutout innings.
The Tigers score in every inning with a 19-hit attack. Final score, the Tigers even up this series at a game apiece.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Brady Singer back to the hill as we begin the 3rd inning of play, the final game of this 3-game series and the Ohio Cup. Scoreless baseball. Right-hander Brady Singer going to work through the Guardians lineup for the 2nd time. First pitch breaking ball. That is on the inside corner for strike 1. Singer back to the plate. Cuts that one in off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Juan Ramirez and DeLauder. Juan ready. Singer pitches and a line drive into left. That's a base hit. Juan is going to figure out a way to get on base at least one time a game, it seems like. Whether it's by the walk or whether it's by what he just did there. A little line drive into left field for a base hit. It's a leadoff hit. And here's Jose Ramirez. And this fella's dangerous any way you slice him. Cutter upstairs. 1 ball, no strike count. Ramirez flied to right in his first at bat. He just got that swing that's made for the outfield seats. Strike over the outside corner. Tailing fastball caught the upper part of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike count here to Ramirez. It's been a down year for Ramirez. .235 batter coming into the ball game and only 10 home runs. And he pulls this one foul off the netting of the Reds dugout. And it's a 1-2 count. Now with Singer well ahead.
You know, I wouldn't rest on those numbers, though, if I were
right
a pitcher.
there with you, partner. Not one of those fellas that you'd want to bet against. Jose Ramirez. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And a line drive into center field. That's a base hit. So back-to-back hits for the Guardians to begin this 3rd inning. And that will bring DeLauder to the plate with nobody out and runners at first and second base. That was a breaking ball. It was down. It was away from Ramirez, and he started his swing and then just flipped it out into center field. Fella can hit. DeLauder, big left-handed batter, takes a breaking ball inside. 1 ball, no strike count. Singer eyeballing Stevenson. Now he'll check Quan at second. The pitch, and it's way off the outside corner, and it's 2-0. DeLauder singled up the middle in his first at bat. And he'll take a backdoor breaking ball here, and that is strike 1 right over the outside corner. 2 ball, 1 strike count here to Chase DeLauder. Reds need one of those ground balls right at De La Cruz here. Jam shot foul off to the third base side. Boy, that just ate him up. I think DeLauder thought that ball was going to run back to the plate, and it cut in, and it was all over the handle of the bat. He tried to hold up, and he just couldn't. It was ugly. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off to the left side. That one ran back to the plate. He got a piece of it. Not a whole lot, but he got enough of it to foul it off. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Singer back to the set. Checking Quan once, twice. Now pitch. Inside, and the count will run full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to DeLauder, with Bazana, the cleanup batter, waiting on deck. Singer got himself into some trouble in the second inning with 2 outs. He's gotten himself into some trouble with nobody out here in this third. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. A breaking ball downstairs, and DeLauder strikes out. 1 down. Boy, that was a big pitch.
Oh, boy. I don't know that pitch ever started in the strike zone either. Well, you talk about getting bailed out by the hitter.
It started in the middle of the plate, but it didn't start up. And DeLauder thought he was going to get it, and he didn't. Here's Bazana. Runner still standing at first and second base. And there's a line drive into center field. Quan holds up. The throw from Dane Myers is a bullet to the plate, and now the bases are loaded. I'm not sure why Quan stopped. I mean, that was a clean single into the outfield. He could have scored there, and he froze at second base. Maybe after seeing Dane Myers go up against the wall last night, he thought, well, he may come in and dive and catch this one.
Yeah, it looked like he read that as though it might hang up long enough for Dane Myers to catch it, but it landed well in front of him.
Well, the bases are loaded now. Here's Brian Rocchio, who popped out to right field on a breaking ball down in his first at bat, and he will take the first pitch low for a 1-ball, no strike count. That was a breaking ball from Singer. No place to put this fella. Popped up high into the air, down the left field line. Going out is Hayes. Here comes De La Cruz. Hayes will take it, and there's 2 down. Hayes made that catch in foul territory. That is a couple of awfully big outs for Brady Singer here in this third. He struck out DeLauder on a breaking ball on a 3-2 pitch, and then he gets Rocchio, to pop up down the left field line in enough room where Hayes could make the play and nobody could advance. There's 2 down, and here's Kyle Manzardo.
He's far from out of the woods with this fella at the plate. The way he's hit against the Reds this year, he's still got to make some quality pitches.
First pitch fastball, that'll miss inside. It's a 1-ball, no strike count. Well, Manzardo already has a grand slam in this series. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Arroyo gets it. He's going to throw to first in time, and Singer works out of it. Wow, what a Houdini act for Brady.
People are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
So Ahern moves to second. Jacob Gonzalez retired, and it brings up Sean Ross. High fly ball deep to left field. Sean Ross, adios! How about that? His first start in the big leagues, a no-doubter, 438.
I was just about to say, young man, get that first hit and RBI out of the way, and I was thinking maybe just a single.
And stay prepared for whatever lies ahead. And when challenges arise, our trusted advisors are ready to guide you forward with confidence. Get started today at deandorton.com/Reds. That's deandorton.com/Reds.
Hey Reds fans, it's Dan Horde with another limited time flavor from Graeter's. Strawberry sorbet is here. Real strawberries, bright and refreshing. Now in scoop shops or shipped nationwide at Graeters.com. Taste
loaded fries from Local Fry. Or maybe head over to Boog's Barbecue and indulge in the delicious 92 crab cake sandwich. The city of Baltimore loves their O's and their ballpark.
Vargas 1 for 3, 1-0.
Vargas hits it deep to left center. This one's got some carry, and it's gone. Eldemaro Vargas gets one back. Well, you're the DH. You're supposed to be the hitter, and he's been hitting a single and a run scored in the second, and a 2-out homer in the seventh, his first of the year. That went 431 feet.
109 miles an hour off the bat. That's a momentum breaker right there.
He's the ultimate argument for the 26-man roster.
Hassle of selling your home, we can help. Just a straightforward cash offer and a closing timeline that fits your needs. Call 513-513-CASH. Rolling Homes. Call us today and see how easy selling your home can be.
Low score, Reds and Guardians. Left-hander Joey Cantillo back to work, and the first pitch to Eugenio Suarez, a curveball that dives low. Gino started to offer at it, but checked his swing in plenty of time. They asked him first just to be sure, and Malachi Moore agrees, no swing. 1-0 on Suarez, and Cantillo's 1-0 pitch. Again, same pitch, same result. This time he went. Check swing, and he couldn't hold up. I didn't think that check swing looked much different than the first one.
I'm with you on that.
Here's the 1-1. And now he pours in a fastball down the middle.
Well, Cantillo right now has really got the Reds off balance. Seems like when the Reds are looking fastball, he's throwing hook. When they look hook, he's throwing heater.
1-2 pitch. Breaking ball down too low. One of your biggest rules of pitching is don't be predictable.
You got it. And he is definitely not predictable right now.
It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Cantillo home to Eugenio Suarez. Way off the outside corner with a breaking ball. So the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No score, bottom of the 4th inning.
But you can only throw so many pitches in a short period of time when you're throwing that many hooks.
3-2 pitch. Ripped on a line, and it bounces by Ramirez into left field for a hit. Eugenio Suarez is on with a leadoff single. First time tonight that the Reds have had their leadoff man on.
And the reason I say you can only throw so many pitches when you have that curveball in a short period of time is because of the fatigue that it creates in your shoulder and your forearm. And that breaking ball, it was a 3-2 hook. It was a strike, but it was a hanger. And those breaking balls that don't break, they end up in the seats.
Tyler Stevenson's the batter. Suarez at first base with nobody out, and the first pitch to Stevenson. Bouncing ball down the line at third, and it bounces just outside the bag before it's fielded by Ramirez in foul territory. The count is 0-1 on Stevenson.
Well, you notice Jose Ramirez on that play, even though the ball was obviously foul, he made the play, turned and threw to second all in one motion. He was not being umpire and third baseman at the same time. You make the play, and then you let the umpire make whatever call he wants to make.
So far, Cantillo has thrown 29 curveballs, 5 more than he's thrown fastballs, and the changeup, which used to be one of his favorite pitches, he has thrown far less than even his fastball. He throws a changeup here, and it's 0-2 as he pours it in over the inside corner for a taken strike to Stevenson. 0-2. Cantillo delivers the 0-2 pitch. Way off the outside corner with a fastball. And already, I think we're starting to see it. That command just not quite as crisp as it was through the first 2-3 innings. 1-2. Stevenson barely got a piece of that hook, fouled it away.
That breaking ball is great, but it can be quite a fatigue on your throwing arm as the game progresses. It's tough to throw that kind of power pitch as a starter.
Here he comes with a 1-2 pitch to Tyler Stevenson. Into the dirt with a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, that begs the question. Is every curveball that taxing, or does it depend on how you as a pitcher throws?
How you throw. I don't think everyone is. I think that's part of the reason you see guys throwing a knuckle curveball so they can get around it a little bit with the middle finger, but not the full turn of the wrist and the power move from the shoulder position.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on, fouled back off the mask of the catcher, Patrick Bailey. Might have caught the umpire a little bit too. It's still 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think
but you're starting to see some of the pitches from Cantillo creep up in the strike, even the fastball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Cantillo to the plate. Breaking ball again, fouled away, and Stevenson putting together a nice at bat here. With the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes after the leadoff single by Eugenio Suarez began this Reds 4th.
Part of the reason you try to make everything look like the fastball, simply that's the pitch that you have to be quick to get to. So if everything looks like that, anything that's off speed, it gets you out in front.
Down too low with a cutter. He hadn't thrown a lot of cutters tonight. Misses low there, and it's a full count, 3-2.
And when you face a hitter for the second time, and that breaking ball is popping up out of the fastball arc to the plate, hitters pick it up.
Cantillo to the plate with a payoff. And again, Stevenson swings and fouls back the cutter, and now you're really starting to see Cantillo. Just the look on his face shows you that he's starting to wear down a little bit. He's at 73 pitches. And here comes the 10th pitch of the at-bat, and Stevenson works the walk, taking a curveball high and wide. Bailey wants to challenge. He's thinking it caught the outside corner. It was very close, but I think it was away. Let's see. It was just off the edge.
The call is confirmed. Cleveland has one challenge remaining.
So Tyler Stevenson works a 10-pitch walk, and you want to talk about an at-bat that'll wear a pitcher down that's already starting to look a little tired. That'll do it.
That's a great point. But now the Reds are in the very similar spot that we saw the Guardians in the third inning. They've got their first two batters aboard, but they've got to figure out how to do something with it.
Here's Noelvi Marte. Marte struck out his first time up. First pitch. Wave and a miss and a fastball, and it's 0-1 on Noelvi Marte. Cantillo. A high set, looks back at second. Now he throws the 0-1, and he pours in another fastball right down the middle for strike two. 0-2 on Marte. Left-handed pitcher. Right-handed batter. Suarez at second. Stevenson at first. Nobody out. No balls, 2 strikes, and Cantillo delivers. And he misses down with a fastball. Nothing but fastball so far in this at-bat to Noelvi Marte. One, 2. And Marte goes out and drives it high and deep to left. Back goes the left fielder at the wall. Kwan reaches up and makes the catch.
Wow, I thought he hit that out of here. Must have caught it off the end of the bat. Sure looked like a good swing when he put it on there.
It was a curveball. It was down on the outside corner. Just didn't quite get enough of it.
That was right at 100 off the bat. Sure looked good when he hit it.
But Kwan able to run it down right in front of the wall in deep left. One down, and now Ivan Johnson. Strikeout his first time up. Johnson swings and misses and whirls the bat all the way down the third base line past Willie Harris.
I think that one is just a little further than Sal Stewart's the other day, so we're going to have to slide him up the list for bat toss championship.
Longest bat toss contest. Right now, clubhouse leader is Ivan Johnson. That was past the
that
bend
would be
in
hard
the
to do,
sidewalk.
even if you tried to do it and throw it that far.
1-1 on Ivan Johnson. Cantillo's pitch in the dirt inside with a changeup evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Western and Southern Financial Group helps families build a stronger future. That's why they've welcomed Till Financial into their family of companies, helping parents raise smarter spenders and savers with financial tools built for kids. Visit tillfinancial.com to learn more. Cantillo's 1-1 to Johnson, and he takes a changeup. Well thrown on the outside corner, but a little bit down. 2 balls, a strike on Ivan Johnson with runners at first and second base and 1 man out. Edwin Arroyo has a hit in this game. He waits on deck, and the 2-1 swing and a miss at a curveball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Joey Cantillo had 5 strikeouts, 7 batters into this game. He only has 1 since. Cantillo's 2-2. And a breaking ball down and in. Didn't offer at it on a check swing. And the count runs full on Ivan Johnson. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, it's interesting. Petey Halpin, the center fielder for the Guardians, was playing out in right center field. Once you got to 2 strikes, he moves back over to the left center field side of second, anticipating the curveball.
3-2 pitch. Backdoor breaking ball. Strike 3 called. Frozen.
And he got back-to-back curveballs where Halpin was playing. Might be something to watch if you're a Reds hitter.
7 strikeouts now for Cantillo. 2 down, and the batter is Edwin Arroyo. Reds had their first 2 men aboard. Single from Eugenio Suarez, a 10-pitch walk of Tyler Stevenson. Noelvi Marte almost got one, just missed it. Pitch to Edwin Arroyo is low and inside.
I mean, you're playing in right center because you think the hitters are going to be later on the fastball. When you move to left center, you think they're going to pull the breaking ball.
The 1-0. Check swing and a curveball down and away, but he went, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike on Edwin Arroyo. There is a lot of real estate in left center field because Halpin, as you mentioned, way over toward right. Kwan isn't really shifted much toward the left center field gap at all. 1 ball, 1 strike on Arroyo. 2 on, 2 out, no score. Bottom of the 4th inning. Here comes Joey Cantillo's 1-1 pitch to Arroyo. Instead, he lifts the leg and twists back towards second.
Well, that's part of the reason Halpin was able to make the catch on Key Brian Hayes' ball that was over DeLauder's head. DeLauder had no chance at it, and Halpin caught it right on the right field wall, almost directly behind the right fielder.
The 1-1. And Arroyo lays off the curveball in the dirt. He's ahead of the count, 2 balls and strike. I mean, there's no question that ball was caught by the center fielder in straightaway right. Dead right field. I haven't seen much of that. 2-1. And a good curveball lands in there over the inside corner for a called strike. 2-2.
Let's see if we see Halpin move back towards center field. He's thinking a couple of steps that way. He'll stay on that side with 2 strikes here.
And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Got him with a curveball. 8th strikeout for Cantillo.
He's still back. He will leap, and he caught it. Luis Lara up against the wall.
Deep left center field. Buxton and Martin, but it is Byron who caught that ball. Collins is onto the track. He's at the fence. He leaps. He grabs it. He robs Riley Green of a grand slam. Nico steals a run. Heads up play and great athleticism. Harris leaped, and he just robbed him. What a play by Michael Harris. Bellinger goes back. He leaps. He's got it.
That's why he has that gold patch on his glove.
Going back to the track near the wall. Jumps up and makes a remarkable catch. Bends under it. Makes the one-hand catch. Here comes Freeman. Here comes the throw. It's a good one. The slide. Out of the play. It's a squibbing ground ball. Caballero diving play. From his knees. He throws out Bohm. Coming on Cam Smith with a sliding catch. Cam takes one away from Murakami.
Stopping short by Williamson, gets up and throws him out at first to retire the side.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
No score. We've played 4 innings here at Great American Ballpark tonight between the Reds and Guardians. Guardians have 1 more hit than do the Reds. 5-4. It'll be Stephen Kwan to lead things off the Guardians here in the 5th inning. Brady Singer's first pitch, and Kwan takes a strike. First pitch slider from Singer. The count is 0-1. Hey, Reds fans, Kroger gives you more ways to save. Low prices in every aisle. Digital coupons in the app and fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. Kroger, official grocery partner of the Reds. Check swing He went 0-2 now on Stephen Kwan. Extended his on-base streak to 17 games with his third inning single. The 0-2 skips this one on the ground to the backhand of Ellie, rolls right up his arm, and he can't find the handle on it. Kwan is aboard. Hitter error.
That's an error.
And it is.
It's a big league, partner.
Hey, you don't have to tell me. It's hard to tell sometimes, you know.
Not an easy play, but play you should make.
Off the outside corner for ball one and a fastball away. 1-0 on Jose Ramirez. 10th error of the year on Ellie. Ramirez singled in the third, flew out to right field in the first, and Singer's pitch. Tries to tickle the outside corner with that fastball, but it just did miss off the edge. It's a 2-ball, no strike count on the switch hitting Ramirez up there left-handed against the righty Singer. Kwan's off first, and the 2-0 pitch. And this time he nails the inside corner with a well-thrown 2-0 cutter. Singer back in the count now, 2 balls and strike. 2-1 pitch. And Ramirez hits it on the ground to Ellie. He fields, gives it up to Arroyo, and he's late getting to the bag.
Arroyo didn't go to the bag. He thought Ellie was going to come to the bag, and by the time he flipped it in the air, it was too late. And that is a couple of misplays by the middle infield for the Reds.
It was close at second base, and now Tyler Stevenson out to try to settle down Brady Singer. And those two, just let's be honest, haven't been in sync at all since Arroyo has taken over the everyday role at second base. They don't have the reps there. They weren't working together this spring much. So,
well, in all honesty, Arroyo has not played second base that much.
No,
so
he hasn't.
The instincts are not quite there. I mean, that's a play where normally your second baseman is going right to the bag. He didn't. So you end up with what you have right now.
Now Chase DeLauder, 2 on, nobody out, and Singer home to DeLauder. The pitch is off the inside corner. When that ball comes off the bat, you're a pitcher, you're thinking,
that's a double play.
Double play, 2 outs. There goes the leadoff error. You get nothing, and now instead of the double play, there's 2 on and nobody out. And Singer brings home the 1-0 pitch, and that's a strike. And you could see Ellie's body language as soon as, because he scooped it right out of his glove. And the feed was fine to Arroyo, but you could see mid-motion on the flip, Ellie realized they weren't going to get the out. 1-1 pitch, and it is a little low on the fastball, down 2 balls and a strike on DeLauder. Singer comes set of the belt. Here he comes with the 2-1 pitch, and DeLauder a check swing and a pitch down and in, and he didn't offer at it. 3-1. Singer eyeballing the runner at second. 3-1 pitch, and it's off the outside corner. Slider away, ball 4, and now the bases are loaded with nobody out.
This would probably be a nice time to have a visit on the mound and at least give Singer a breather, because he is really having to work hard in this inning.
Bases are loaded, nobody out, and the first pitch is a slider low for ball 1, 1-0. Best opportunity yet for either team. Guardians loaded the bases with 1 out, didn't score in the third. The pitch is lined to left. That's going to go down. Johnson has to play it on a hop station to station for the Guardians. They will get a run. Kwan home from third on the line drive, single to left by Travis Bazzana. Cleveland strikes first, taking advantage of Reds' miscues.
Now we got a visit.
Matt Tracy out of the first base dugout to go visit with Singer and give him a little bit of a break here while we pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. While they chat on the mound, Ellie and Arroyo go over things behind second base up the middle. Bases are still loaded, nobody out. Brian Rocchio's at the plate. Rocchio's 0 for 2 tonight. He flied to right, popped out in foul ground to the third baseman. 1-0 Guardians. The inning started with an error on the Red shortstop. They failed to get an out on a double play ball, hit right at De La Cruz. Now the pitch, and Rocchio takes a slider for a strike. 0-1 on Rocchio. Singer from the belt fires, and the 0-1 is cued over by the Cleveland dugout. Caleb Ferguson begins throwing now in the Reds bullpen. No balls, 2 strikes on Rocchio. And Singer is home with the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out with a slider. He doesn't have many strikeouts tonight, but boy, he picked a good time for one right there. 3rd strikeout of the game. Boy, that was very similar to the strikeout of Chase DeLauder. A slider, got a lot of the plate. It was down. It was never a strike, but he swung anyway. Here's Manzardo, and he takes low and inside for ball 1. Manzardo is struck out and grounded out to the second baseman. You can get a double play ball, you're out of the inning.
He's already gotten one.
1-0 pitch. It's down too low. 2 balls and no strikes. You're right. And the temptation is to think on the mound, I should be out of this inning. Myself. Yeah, well, there's that too. 2 balls, no strikes on Manzardo. Here he comes, and the pitch is a cutter up and away, and it's a 3-ball, no strike count. But it's a dangerous trap to fall into if you think about.
When you say I got to do it myself, you start overthrowing, and then you don't make pitches.
3-0 on Manzardo. Singer turns it loose, and he walked him. Fastball down and in for ball 4. And Manzardo working a bases loaded walk. It's an RBI as Ramirez trots home from third. Two to nothing Cleveland. It's the most bases loaded walk for the Reds in their franchise history since at least 1961. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1 to Gabriel Arias. Oh, 0-1 the count on Arias. Singer's 0-1 pitch, down and away with a slider, evening the count at 1-1. You're at a part of the order now where you can get out of this with minimal damage, and make no mistake, if Cleveland only gets 2 out of this, that's minimal damage. Singer's 1-1. Arias a wave and a miss at a fastball, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Now the other part of it is, if you're Singer, you're really at the end of your line as far as your pitch count is concerned. I mean, he's approaching 100 pitches here in the 5th.
It's 1-2. In the dirt outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We always look at mistakes and errors, mental errors, missed opportunities. Here's the 2-2. Way outside. He wasn't close with that slider. Stevenson practically had to dive for it. And now it's a full count, 3-2. The bases loaded, 1 out. As giving a team extra opportunities. The part that doesn't get looked at enough is not only the extra pitches that a pitcher has to throw, but the extra batters that they have to face. And sometimes one mistake can lead to costing a pitcher a whole inning of work. Way outside, nowhere close with that fastball outside. That's ball 4, and Singer's at the end.
He's done.
So back-to-back bases loaded walks. Terry Francona's got to go to the mound and get Singer right at 100 pitches. The Guardians have scored 3 times, the last 2 on bases loaded walks. Singer's night is done.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Pack your bags. We're taking a trip to Truist Park in Atlanta. One of baseball's newest ballparks, Truist opened its doors to Braves fans in 2017 and blends modern amenities with historic displays. Before the game, you have to swing by the Battery, a mixed-use complex of more than 60 acres that includes shops, great restaurants, outdoor spaces, and even a concert venue. Once inside, pop over to the outfield market for some grub before you get a lesson in Braves history. The Xfinity rooftop patios have just what you need, letting you get a bird's-eye view of all the action while staying comfortable and shaded under baseball's largest stadium canopy. And we can't forget to drop into one of the most well-known restaurants in any ballpark, the Coors Light Chop House. It's got 3 levels of open-air seating and plenty of good food and drink, so you can watch the Braves dominate in style and comfort. Truist is truly one of the game's premier ballpark experiences and is well worth a trip to Hotlanta.
Retirement and investments. Visit westernsouthern.com to get started today.
Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
Left-hander Caleb Ferguson is our Reds Wilbur's Mustard pitching change. Wilbur's Mustard. Let's put some mustard on it. Well, Ferguson comes on in this ball game a little different than his ball game yesterday because he started yesterday's ball game. And today he is coming on here in the 5th inning with the bases loaded and the Reds need a double play or a strikeout or something of that nature.
Any non-productive out would work. Pop out, foul out. And Ferguson backs off the rubber before he throws his first pitch. No place to put Patrick Bailey. Switch hitter. Up there right-handed against Ferguson, and here he comes. And Bailey takes a look to strike. The count is 0-1 on Patrick Bailey. Runner at third base, Bazzana. Manzardo's at second. Arias at first. And Ferguson's 0-1 pitch. And he missed a little low on the outside corner of that fastball. We were talking about when you don't make plays, how that can hurt a team. I think the other part about it too, Cowboy, and maybe I'm wrong here, the 1-1. In the air, deep toward the right field corner on the run. Marte reaches up and makes the catch on the track. Great running grab deep into the corner by Noelvi Marte. Tagging at third is Bazzana. He will score, but the 2 trail runners will stay. It is 4-0 Cleveland. Off the bat, that looked like that would be a 3-run double at least. But Marte running it down in the corner, and now 2 down, and the batter is Petey Halpin. And Ferguson delivers to Halpin. Swing and a miss. But when those mistakes happen behind you as a pitcher late in your outing, and you kind of have to reach back for a little more, it's a little.
There may not be anything there to reach back to.
And that's what it looked like happened to Singer here. Oh, and 1 on Halpin. Pitch is down too low, especially when you look. He'd already had to pitch out of a jam or 2.
Second and third. He had a couple of runners aboard. He had an easy 4th inning, but you get 2 ground balls, 1 to the second baseman, 1 to the shortstop, and you don't get an out.
1-1 down and away. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Halpin is flied out to center field and also flied to left. 2 on, 2 out. 4 in for the Guardians here in the 5th inning. And Ferguson fires. Ground ball softly hit to the left side. Picked up on a Soft, easy bounce by the third baseman Hayes, and he'll make the play in time to.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Turns out a minor tune-up to the Dodgers lineup may have Mookie Betts firing on all cylinders.
It's gone! There's the feel, there's the results.
Dave Roberts decided to give Mookie a new perspective on Tuesday, dropping him from his usual 2-hole down to the cleanup spot for the first time since 2017. Safe to say, Mookie's slumbering bat woke up.
And this ball is gone, a home run, as Mookie announces he is back.
Betts went atomic against the Rockies, launching 2 homers and driving in 5.
Well, Betts in that cleanup spot, and that's exactly what he's been doing with runs. He's been cleaning them up.
And hey, shout out Andy Pajes. He shifted up into the 2 spot, racked up 4 hits, and extended his MLB leading RBI total. The Dodgers have been winning and are on top in the NL West, but getting Mookie Betts back to his old self makes their chances at a three-peat look a whole lot better.
Over-the-road drivers, freight handlers, mechanics, and much more. Enjoy perks such as company-owned resorts exclusively for employees, full benefits, and top competitive pay. Visit careers.rlc.com or call 866-200-1600 today.
New pitcher for the Guardians. It'll be right-hander Colin Holderman. And he has been absolutely outstanding out of this bullpen for the Guardians.
Holderman's first pitch to keep Brian Hayes is taken low and inside for ball 1, 1-0.
6-2 with a 1.76 ERA. That's getting it.
42nd appearance. Pretty much averaging exactly 1 inning per outing. 41 appearances, 41 innings for Holderman, but he's behind the count. 2-0 on Key Brian Hayes. Hayes flew out to the center fielder in right field his first time up. Now he skies a pop-up on the infield. Manzardo and Arias converge. It'll be the second baseman, Arias, to make the catch. 1 down.
When's the last time you saw a team score 4 runs on 1 hit?
With 9 men coming to the plate in the inning. Doesn't happen often. I try to block out most of those occurrences because they're usually not pretty. Nor was that. Here's Ellie. 0 for 2. He is struck out looking and grounded to third, and De La Cruz takes a fastball off the outside corner. It's 1-0 on Ellie De La Cruz. Holderman brings it home, and Ellie waves and misses at a curveball. The count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Final line for Brady Singer tonight. 4 1/3 innings. He allowed 4 runs, 2 of which were earned. 6 hits, walked 4, struck out 3. 1-1. Ellie pounds one into the ground to the second baseman. Charging is Arias. He gloves and flips it over to first in time to get the out on De La Cruz. 2 away here in the 5th. Let's get the answer to our Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. What city played host to the first game between Cincinnati and Cleveland that was played under the Ohio Cup moniker? A, Cincinnati, B, Cleveland, C, Columbus. We said C, Columbus. Final answer?
Sure.
Yeah, I do. It was, in fact, C, Columbus. Sal Stewart batting, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike on the inside corner. 0-1.
What year? 1990?
1989, actually. So Tom had the year wrong, maybe. The inaugural Ohio Cup contest was played at Cooper Stadium in Columbus. It was a preseason game, pitched down and away. Cleveland beat Cincinnati on that day 2-1. It was April the 2nd, 1989. The series continued as a preseason exhibition game held in Columbus through the start of the 1996 season. Pitch low and inside. 2-1 on Sal Stewart. Was discontinued when Major League Baseball began interleague play during the regular season in '97. So there you have it. 2 balls, 1 strike on Sal Stewart. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, so the count is even 2-2.
You know, I was here in '94, '95, and '96. I don't remember playing in that Cooper Stadium.
I've never been there. Well, maybe you have. It's funny how that happens.
Yeah.
Shocked you don't remember all the details of those interstate exhibitions. Sal lays off a breaking ball off the outside corner.
Just one more stadium I played in that I forgot about.
There you go. Cross it off the list, or add it to the list. 3-2 on Sal Stewart. Holderman's payoff pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to left. Should be routine. Kwan moves under it. He's got it. Inning over. Reds are out order in the 5th. Through 5, 4-0 Guardians on the.
Martin back near the wall, jumps up and makes the play.
He peels it off the middle of that 20-foot-high wall with a wonderful leaping grab. Nice job, Austin Martin.
Ozzie diving stop from his knees. Side retire. Diving is Kwan. He made another great catch. Well, that's how you win 4 straight Gold Gloves.
And it is caught by Miles Straw.
And Kreidler going out, and Kreidler makes a great play. Boy, the fellas came to play defensively.
Vladdy snatches it on the line, spins, throws a strike to Bieber, covering the back for the out. Really nice play by Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And they'll throw home to get the out. That's Chansey. Troy's there. Hopscotch inning over. Nice play, Massey. Does he have time? Yes.
Man, oh man, was that sweet.
Clement's got it, sliding stop. What a play by Ernie Clement for out number 2.
The Blue Jays defense has been up to the task this afternoon.
Right-hander Chase Petty into the ball game. He is our Reds Wober's Mustard pitching change. Wober's Mustard. Let's put some mustard on it. Chase Petty, 1-2 with a 4.08 ERA. This will be his 13th appearance out of the Reds bullpen. He made a couple of starts earlier. 28 2/3 innings. He's allowed 25 hits, 7 walks, 13 strikeouts.
He deals to Stephen Kwan, top of the Cleveland order again here in the 6th. It was Kwan that reached on the error that started the Guardians' 4-run rally in the 5th. And Petty's right in the zone with the first pitch strike, and it's 0-1 on Stephen Kwan. Kwan's been on twice tonight. A base hit in the 3rd and then that error in the 5th. Officially 1 for 3 with a run scored, and he takes a strike. Cleveland was shut out last night. Reds scoreless on this night. Petty delivers the 0-2. Kwan hits one in the air, short left center field. Here comes Dane Myers to make the running catch, and there's one gone in the 6th. The Reds and Avocados from Peru have teamed up to give you the chance to win a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR or a Reds VIP experience. To enter, you will need to register at reds.com/AvoReds and follow Avos from Peru on Instagram. First pitch on the outside corner for a called strike with a changeup to Jose Ramirez. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Way off the outside corner with a changeup. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Base is empty with one out. Franco Aliman getting loose now in the Cleveland pen. The pitch. Oh, swing and a miss, and a pitch that hit him in the foot. Big breaking ball, but Ramirez took a full hack.
Well, you do not see that often.
No. That's about the biggest compliment a pitcher can get when you see a swing like that from Jose Ramirez on a pitch that hit him, and I think it got him in the knee.
I do too. I think it hit right on the outside of his left knee.
He's laying flat on his back right now. I mean, that was a full cut, and I don't think he hit it. Oh no, he did. He fouled it off of his knee. Okay. At first look, I thought he just whiffed.
I did too.
But sure enough, he fouled it right off of the top of his knee.
The back knee.
Now it looks like he does actually have a knee pad on.
Yeah, you hit that ball off the back of the knee. That's where that radial nerve comes down. It makes your foot go numb. Feels like your leg's broken. I got hit with a line drive from Benito Santiago there. That's why I know that. And it just takes a couple minutes for the feeling to come back in there. But at the moment, you feel like you need to go to the hospital.
My leg's broken. Nah, it's all right. Just
it is
off.
broken. I can't feel it. It's right in the knee area.
That's a bad feeling. He's right back in there now. Trainers back at the dugout. 1-2 on Jose Ramirez. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Off the plate outside. I love that you know exactly who hit it back at you.
Well, I had broken Benito Santiago's arm in 1990 with a fastball up and in.
Oh.
And then he got me back years later with a line drive off of my kneecap.
2-2 fouled back.
And then he was my teammate here in Cincinnati.
Did he tell you that was payback? We're even now?
I don't think that. There's no way that he could have meant to have done that.
No,
but
no
it was
chance.
kind of fake, you know?
Yeah, it was, serendipitous in a way. 2-2. And Ramirez came right back in there with that breaking ball. This time Ramirez backs out of the way of it. It's pretty funny. 3-2 on Jose Ramirez. Well, you know what they say, what goes around. Payoff pitch to Ramirez. And it's popped up into the air. Short left, long run. Ivan Johnson, he's in a hurry, but it's going to land at his feet. Can't quite get there. And the throw back in gets away on the infield. And it goes rolling away over toward the line. Sal Stewart picks it up. Ramirez trying for third. Throw to third is high and not in time. Boy, that's a guy that just makes plays happen. Now, it was a bad play by the Reds to let that ball get away on the infield the way it did. But Ramirez never even hesitated thinking about going to third. And he realized immediately that the ball was rolling into no man's land down there beyond first.
That's some ugly baseball.
Yeah. So it's a hit for Ramirez. It'll go as an error on Ivan Johnson. The throw back in, short hopped Ellie, and he just couldn't quite scoop it with his backhand. And the ball went off of his glove, and then rolling past Edwin Arroyo was the backup to Ellie. And Arroyo, to his credit, was in position to back up the play, but it was that after it kicked off Ellie's glove, it was nowhere near Arroyo. The 2-0 pitch to DeLauder. Off the outside corner of the changeup. It's a 3-ball, no strike count. Reds are making some mistakes in this game, and they are costly. Petty's 3-0. Way high and outside of that fastball, ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Now they're at the corners with one out. Here's Travis Bazzana. Bazzana's 2 for 3 in this game. Pair of singles. Petty throws. Bazana swings and taps it foul at home plate. First and third, one away. Guardians are up 4-0 as we play here in the 6th inning, but threatening to add on. And Petty's 0-1 pitch to Travis Bazana is low on the inside corner of the changeup. The count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Reds came into tonight looking to win their 4th straight series to open the second half. Reds had a good road trip. Split the doubleheader yesterday, the 1-1 off the outside corner to Bazana. But they have played far from clean baseball on this night. Petty readies at the belt. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball pounded into the ground, foul, first base side. It's 2-2 on Bazana. And make no mistake about it, though only 2 runs were earned against Brady Singer in the 5th inning. You can look at that inning and realize pretty quickly
any run scored.
None. The 2-2 pitch. And strike 3 called over the inside corner. The good slider from Petty. So Bazana is down on strikes.
Pretty good pitch there. I think Bazana thought that ball was going to sink away from him, and it actually cut in.
I think that one backed up on Petty a little bit there, but it worked out to his favor. With 2 outs, here is Brian Rocchio. Strike called right on the outside corner. I don't think we're far away from figuring out how to throw backup sliders in this game. I bet pretty soon pitchers are going to get that figured out. As if hitting wasn't hard enough as it is.
Oh,
throw to first, almost threw it away, but Sal Stewart leaps up to grab it. Because as a hitter, if you see a pitch coming in with slider
spin, you're thinking it's going away from you.
And it goes the other way. 0-1, runner goes. The pitch waved at and missed. Fake throw to second. And he looks Ramirez back to third. Does Stevenson, a stolen base for DeLauder, his 6th. I mean, do you think that's...
Well, the question is, does any pitcher have the confidence in throwing a backup slider?
Bouncing ball to the right side, handled by Sal Stewart. Gives it up to the pitcher Petty at the bag for the out. And they get the out. The inning is over.
Williams pops it up. Another one for Jeffers. Well, the best part about it is that he can actually try to smile a little bit.
Jeffries laughs at himself, and I think that's cool, because I'm not laughing at his inability to catch the pop. And that's the way the game is. You have to be able to laugh at yourself a little bit.
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements.
Wow! And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held onto the ball.
Check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face, and he really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the hand. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, take a bow. All right, absolutely.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
First pitch to the final out. SBM ensures every seat shines. Our custodial teams keep ballparks spotless so fans can focus on the game.
Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
Go-ahead run, Ramirez at second base. First base is open. And now Williams intentionally walked Cabrera. Line drive to center field. A base hit for Cabrera, who swung at that pitch. Williams didn't get it far enough outside, and Cabrera alertly swung at it. Well, Little League right here. It happens in Little League when you don't get the ball out. Now the Marlins have the lead in the 10th.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
2 windows, get 2 free. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an additional $1,000 off a Sunroof using promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule your free estimate online at Champion.
Chili ticket package for the game tomorrow. And with that package, you get a stylish Reds and Skyline Chili co-branded hat with Skyline Chili plated all over it. Scattered throughout the hat. Good looking lid. You got to get the special ticket offer. Here is Dane Myers. He takes low and outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count on Dane Myers. So still time to get your tickets for that game tomorrow and get those special hats. Hunter Gaddis is the new pitcher for the Guardians, and Dane Myers swings and fouls it away to the right side. That's out of play. It's the Reds and the Pirates kicking off a 3-game series tomorrow. You can go to Reds.com/specials to get those special tickets, so you can make sure you get the Skyline Coney hat. I mean, that's what it is. It's conies, plated conies all over the hat. I noticed those conies don't have any onions on them, which I was happy about. 2-1.
They don't have ketchup either.
Here's the 2-1 pitch to Dane Myers. It's outside.
Just thought I'd mention that.
You know, people had probably forgot about that by now. That was a long time ago we talked about that. 3-1 on Dane Myers. 3-1 pitch. And Myers looks at a strike. You don't put onions on your conies, do you?
No. I like them.
3-2 pitch is low and outside for ball 4.
They don't like me.
Really? You like raw onions?
On a chili dog, yeah.
Wow. All these years, I didn't know that. I don't think I'll be able to look at you the same.
I like onions. They just don't like me. Actually, I'm better with them when they're sauteed and you get them kind of black in the skillet.
Yeah, who doesn't like that? That's good.
Yeah.
Those are good. Strike called. I'm okay with onions as long as the bite is gone out of them. That little snap, crunch.
Yeah.
Once that's there, it's over.
But you're big on celery, though.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Eugenio Suarez.
You've never lived until you've seen Tommy pick the celery out of chicken salad. It's one of my favorite moves.
Terrible. Nothing can ruin anything like celery can. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Actually, this is a true story. So I'm at the down on strike. Suarez swinging through a breaking ball, so he strikes out. We're at the hotel in D.C. and I get a Cobb salad, and of course we're there, so it's an overpriced, fancy Cobb salad. It had all this good stuff in it. It did not mention anywhere on the menu that it had celery. And I'm not talking about like chunks of celery. We're talking about the finest diced celery you can imagine, swinging a towering pop-up high into the air. Foul first base side, and there's the first baseman Manzardo over.
Like almost pureed.
I mean, just shy of that. I sat there picking the celery out of each individual piece of lettuce for no less than 45 minutes before I could finally get to a point where I would eat the salad.
I know. I've seen you do it.
It's an art form, really.
It is.
Because you got to get detailed in there.
If I'd had some tweezers, I'd have given them to you.
Would have made it a lot easier. Noelvi Marte batting. Runner at first, 2 men are out.
Who put celery on a Cobb salad?
I have no idea. I did. Hotel restaurant, I guess. The pitch. Swing and a miss. After about 20 minutes, the server finally came over and checked on me and goes, "Oh, we could have got you a new salad." I'm like, "Well, I'm halfway there now."
Yeah, I've almost got this 4 pounds of pureed celery off here.
I'm pot committed at this point. I got to see it through.
I'm that way with the boiled egg on the Cobb salad.
Oh, it also had shaved boiled egg on it. I was all in on that.
I know you. I've seen you eat that. It's not really one of my things that I want to be involved with.
2 balls, a strike on Noelvi Marte, and he swings and pops it into the air, short right. Out is Arias. Here comes DeLauder. DeLauder makes the catch, and the inning is over. A leadoff walk for Dane Myers. He's stranded at.
Hurley's had a good day. 2 hits for him. Swing and a drive. Belted right. Burley admires that one. She is long gone. Is it too early to say, holy cow? I think it is right on time. The Cardinals strike again. Tucson with 2 strikes. That ball was absolutely destroyed.
What a 6th inning.
Goosebump moment here at the ballpark for everybody.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Hernandez throws on the first and just does get Kendall. He doesn't agree with that call. Now comes Lloyd McClendon again. And now Lloyd McClendon has been tossed. And he just kicked some dirt and he's upset. And he's going to pull first base out and take it with him. He's walking away with the first base bag. And I guess he's just going to walk off with it to the delight of this crowd.
Right-hander Pierce Johnson into the ball game. He is our Reds Wober's Mustard pitching change. Wober's Mustard. Let's put some mustard on it. Johnson, he'll be coming on for the 36th time, 2-1 with a 4.94 ERA in his 31 innings pitched.
Care to venture what phase the moon's in tonight? Venture a guess.
Well, I would say that's a full moon. You would say that's a waxing gibbous, whatever.
No, I think it's. I think this is a full moon tonight.
It was a full moon last night.
No. That was a waxing gibbous.
I've talked to several people today that saw the moon last night, and their opinion was that it was a full moon as well.
I'm just telling you what the science says.
Well, I'm telling you what the werewolf says, and he's going, oh.
Patrick Bailey went around. The count's 0-2. Nobody on. Nobody out. Top of the 9th. 6-1 Cleveland. And here comes Pierce Johnson with the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes, Patrick Bailey. 1 down in the 9th. That'll bring Petey Haupt into the plate. It looked pretty full last night. It is 100% full tonight.
I thought it was more orangey last night than it is tonight.
Yeah.
It was orangey earlier.
It was
lower.
As it gets higher, it gets brighter. I don't know the science behind that. Here's the first pitch to Petey Halpin. Ground ball to first. Fielded behind the bag by Sal Stewart. Nice feed to Pierce Johnson in time for the out. Another nice play over there at first base by Sal Stewart. He's had some nice plays over there in this game tonight.
Shown some glove work.
Both fielding the ground balls and taking throws from infielders on short hops. Stephen Kwan bats for the sixth time. He's 1 for 4. Sac fly his last time up. Reached on an error and scored in the 5th. Singled in the 3rd. That base hit extended his on-base streak to 17 games. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Stephen Kwan has been on base in 27 of his last 28 games now.
It's never good when the opponent's leadoff man is batting for the 6th time in a game.
No, that is a bad sign. And in this case, that is a reflection of this game. Line to right, base hit. Stephen Kwan is on with a 2-out single. Since it is a full moon tonight, tomorrow be on the lookout for the always popular waning gibbous. Here's Jose Ramirez.
Where'd you get that from?
That's true. That's what it's called.
Waning?
Yeah. It's waxing when it's filling up, and then once it gets full, it waxes, or it wanes.
Oh. I don't know what that meant.
Jose Ramirez, the batter. First pitch to Ramirez, ground ball, foul, first base side.
I just know crescent and full. That ain't no crescent.
No, that's pretty full. Half moon. That's not half either. That one's full. 0-1 on Ramirez. Pierce Johnson ready at the belt. The 0-1 pitch to Jose Ramirez. Big swing and a miss. The count is 0-2. One on, 2 out. 6-1 Cleveland. They have doubled up the Reds in the hit column. 12-6 there. Pierce Johnson's home with the 0-2 pitch. Check swing on a pitch up and away, and now it's 1-2 on Jose Ramirez.
Tried to go right back to that swing and miss, and this time Ramirez held up.
Here comes Johnson with the 1-2 pitch. And he goes down to get it. Sends a lazy fly right to Noelvi Marte. He backs up 2 steps to make
the first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what D-Rose. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Hey Reds fans, it's Dan Horde with another limited time flavor from Graeter's. Strawberry Sorbet is here. Real strawberries, bright and refreshing. Now in scoop shops or shipped nationwide at Graeters.com. Taste the greatest.
Right-hander Cade Smith, and you ask yourself, well, why are the Guardians using so many of their late-inning bullpen pitchers when it's a 6-1 ball game, and that's because they have tomorrow off.
Makes a difference. Reds do not. They welcome the Pirates to town. Divisional showdown will begin tomorrow night. 7:10 beginning. Rhett Lauder will start the lid lifter of that series. J.J. Bleday is at the plate. Bleday is hitting in place of Ivan Johnson. Right-hander Smith to the plate. Bleday takes low and inside. Two 2-0 on J.J. Bleday. Here he comes. Fastball strike right at the top of the zone. Bleday perhaps thought it was high, but says nothing. And the 2-1. Wave and a miss. 2-2. Cheer on the Reds. Each strikeout means a donation to the Free Store Food Bank thanks to Kroger's Zero Hunger, Zero Waste program. Join us in ending hunger at thekrogerco.com. In comes the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a foul back. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on J.J. Bleday. Cade Smith readies. And here comes the 2-2. Down too low. Barring a huge Reds comeback, like I said, it's full moon. Anything can happen. This will snap Terry Francona's streak of consecutive Ohio Cup victories, and Bleday takes off the outside corner. That's ball 4.
Well, here's the part of this, Tommy, that would enable you to put something into that comeback is if you can get Cade Smith out of the ball game, because they've already pitched all their late inning relievers. But getting to Cade Smith is no easy task.
Nope, but not chasing him out of the zone is a good place to start.
Right.
Now Edwin Arroyo with Bleday on at first. The first pitch to Arroyo, fastball outside, and the count is 1-0. 10 straight Ohio Cup Series wins for Terry Francona. They'll put that on his Hall of Fame plaque, no doubt. Strike called on the outside corner to Edwin Arroyo. It's 1-1. Smith sets and fires the 1-1. That's fouled straight back by Arroyo. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Nathaniel Lowe waiting on deck to hit for Key Brian Hayes. J.J. Bleday inching off the bag at first base, and now Cade Smith's just going to back off the rubber and reset. Ball and 2 strikes on Edwin Arroyo, and the 1-2. Down and away with a split finger from Smith. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Way high and outside with that fastball. It's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Smith the pause and a 3-2 pitch, and Arroyo swings and swats one in the air to center, backing up the center fielder Halpin well shy of the track out toward the Reds bullpen, right where Halpin was playing him.
Well, it looked like he hit that ball awfully well, but Halpin can cover some ground in center field.
Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Nathaniel Lowe, the batter, with a runner on at first, 1 out. 6-1 Guardians in the 9th. Cade Smith's pitch. Lowe takes low and inside for ball 1. 7:10 start tomorrow night. 6:40 airtime as the Reds and Pirates kick off the series. And it's a strike. Fastball right in there to Nathaniel Lodi. Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Johan Ramirez starting for the Pirates in the series opener. 6-3 with a 3.21 ERA. Now a strike to Lowe. I said it's a 3-game series earlier. It's a 4-game get-together between the Reds and Pirates.
Looked like Lowe wanted to challenge that, and Lance Barrett said no.
Yeah, he waited a little bit. There was definitely a hesitation. Lance Barrett said, nah, you waited too long. Swing and a miss. Lowe's down on strikes. Not much of an argument with Barrett about that either by Lowe. I think he understood. Goes back to the dugout shaking his head. Down on strikes here for the second out of the ninth. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. This copyright reminder is presented by Dinsmore, the official legal counsel of the Reds. Ellie De La Cruz takes off the inside corner for ball 1. He's batting for the 5th time. Just announced that Kyle Manzardo. Now the pitch taken off the outside corner for a ball, and now the catcher.
The catcher's challenging the pitch.
J.J. Bleday taking second on the play regardless, so he will stay at second. His defensive indifference, the pitch was a ball.
The call is confirmed. Cleveland's out of challenge.
Guardians are done with challenges now. So Kyle Manzardo is the 2026 Frank Robinson Most Outstanding Player Award recipient. At 368 with 4 homers and 9 RBIs in the series. Reached base 12 times in 24 plate appearances this year against the Reds. 2-1 on Ellie De La Cruz. Here it comes, and Ellie takes way off the inside corner. Manzardo is the 15th different winner in the 17 seasons of that illustrious honor. Jose Ramirez has won that award 3 times. 3-1. Inside, ball 4. Ellie walks. He'll head down to first base. 2-out walk to De La Cruz, and the Reds have runners at first and second base with 2 away in the 9th. Sal Stewart will be the batter, and Carl Willis, Guardians pitching coach, will make his way out of the mound. Make sure you stay tuned after the game. You'll have the Toyota Tundra star of the game. Also the highlights from this contest, scores around Major League Baseball, and plenty more. Reds post-game show once we're done. Speaking of scores around the league, give you a quick rundown of some of the action. Scores are brought to you by Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Let the good times cruise. Cubs and Cardinals scoreless in the 9th inning in St. Louis. 0-0 in that game. Pirates lost the Diamondbacks earlier today in Pittsburgh 3-0. And the Giants got walloped. Or excuse me, the Brewers got walloped by the Giants 16-3. San Francisco winners in that game. You wouldn't know it by the final score, but Tarek Skubal started for the Tigers today against the Orioles. Final score 10-9. Baltimore won it in 12 innings. Pitches a strike to Sal Stewart. Skubal went 6 2/3, was charged with 4 runs, 3 of which were earned on 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, and what many believe is his final start in a Tiger uniform. 0-1 to Stewart. A wave and a miss. The count is 0-2. 2 on, 2 out. Smith has the sign, and here comes the 0-2 pitch to Sal Stewart. Strike 3 called. Throws him with a fastball over the outer half. And that's all. Reds fall 6-1. Guardians take the series 2 out of 3. And the Reds now will await the Pirates. Come to town beginning tomorrow. Once again, final score. It's Cleveland 6, Reds 1. We're back to wrap it up right after this on the Reds Radio Network.
Pack your bags, it's time for a road twib. In a brand new segment, we're hitting the road, and our first stop is a big one. It's Yankee Stadium. Opened in 2009, Yankee Stadium's majestic presentation reflects the iconic look of the original stadium that once stood just across the street. Make your way over to Monument Park to see a collection of plaques and retired numbers that honor both Yankee legends and baseball greats. Over at the Yankees Museum, look back at over 100 years of team history. Time to grab a bite to eat. Maybe the classic chicken bucket or the ice cream chicken bucket. Whatever your appetite, they've got something for you. But the main event is always Yankees baseball, and there's not a bad seat in the house. Sit with the bleacher creatures in right field and join in on the famous roll call. Or take your place in the judges' chambers. Action and history are at every turn, and all fans will find something to appreciate at the home of the Bronx Bombers.
Michael Harris, the Braves in the bottom of the second inning. Harris hammers it deep right field to the chop house. Forget about it. Wow, what a display of power. Michael Harris with a home run. That went right into the chop house. Braves on the board, and the first batter that Canning sees, he sees one fly out of here, and he's probably thinking, here we go again.
Oh, yeah.
420 feet off the bat of Michael Harris. That is his 19th home run of the year. That was right in his nitro zone, and he didn't miss it.
Down to second was Naylor. The ball gets on by Peters in center field. And air on Tristan Peters out there.
Then Peters has some problems.
Wrong place, buddy. Take the luck, though.
Yeah, no kidding. Really a short stride. He keeps it really, really simple. Now he's talking to him.
He's had enough.
It's like there's a magnet over there.
He has seen enough. It's about time, Alfie.
That ball got into the upper deck, and then it ended back up on the playing field. Oh, no.
Park when they welcome the Pittsburgh Pirates to town. It's a 4-game set that all gets started on Thursday night. Brett Lauder will start the series opener for the Reds. Lauder is 3-7 with a 5.61 ERA. Right-hander Johan Ramirez starts for the Pirates. He's 6-3, a 3.21 ERA. First pitch is set for 7:10. We're on the air at 6:40 with the Reds pregame show across the network. That's all for us for now. Thanks for listening. Stick around. Yed's got the Reds postgame show coming up next. For the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, our producer-engineer, Dave Yudi Armbruster, our studio producer, Joe Waddell, back in our network headquarters. I'm Tommy Thrall saying good night from Great American Ballpark, and we will talk to you again tomorrow night right here on the Reds Radio Network. Good night.
You've been listening to Cincinnati Reds Baseball.
The Reds are on the radio.
Reds Baseball is brought to you by AAA. At home or on the road, we've got you covered. Kroger, fresh for everyone. JTM Food Group, let's create great dishes together. JTM. PNC, the official bank of the Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati Children's, changing the outcome together. Western and Southern Financial Group, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Reds Baseball is also brought to you by
on the radio.
This is the Reds Radio Network.
All across America.
Celebrate America in the roomy, built in the USA Toyota Grand Highlander. Now through August 3rd, get 5.99 APR financing on any new 26 Grand Highlander or Grand Highlander Hybrid with approved credit through TFS. Or take advantage of a customized lease just for you. And every new Toyota comes with no-cost maintenance included. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bill's Insurance in Fort Wright, Kentucky, if Auto Owners make sense for you.
30 seasons of big moments, clutch plays, and only one team has been trusted to keep the Reds ready. Beacon Orthopedics and Dr. Tim Kremchek. From the first pitch to the last out, Beacon has been there, keeping the pros in the game. And just like the Reds, you can count on Beacon to deliver major league care for every injury, every athlete, every fan. Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, official sponsor of the Cincinnati Reds.
The Great American Air for ACR Gunite Pools and Spas now offering custom-built Gunite Swimming Pools and Spas, the official concrete and Gunite Swimming Pool company of your Cincinnati Reds. Call ACR Gunite Pools and Spas now. Swim this year. ACRGunitePools.com.
The Reds are on the radio.
It's now time for the Cincinnati Children's Postgame Show. Reds Baseball is brought to you in part by Bar S Foods, quality meats that are just right. From hot dogs and sausage to deli meats and more, Bar S is just right. Your Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie deals. For a pretty Biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. Dean Dorton, one of the largest certified public accounting, business advisory, and technology firms. Cincinnati Children's, changing the outcome together. JTM Food Group, let's create great dishes together. JTM, the postgame show is also brought to you by
on the radio.
This is the Reds Radio Network.
And we're back at Great American Ballpark, where the Guardians scored 4 unearned runs off Brady Singer in the top of the 5th inning. They go on to beat the Reds tonight, 6-1 the final score. They win this series 2-1, and they win the 2026 Ohio Cup 4-2. And this is the Cincinnati Children's Postgame Show. I'm Dave Armbruster, and Ellie De La Cruz air on a ground ball and then a double.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
So the museum opened in 1999. Grandpa was just an amazing human being, and we want to share his legacy with the next generation of baseball fans and non-baseball fans alike. I kind of like to have the cards as a reminder, like I can kind of look at his face and see what he looked like that year. It just kind of helps me visualize in my mind what it would have been like to see him play, because I didn't get that chance.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain, would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these, though.
So these are Thai Cubs.
And these are Thai Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Tonight, Cowboy, and this just did not look like the same Reds team that we saw on the nightcap last night.
No, I think when you look back at this series, the thing that stands out to you is 2 innings where the Reds gave up 8 8 unearned runs. And that's hard to overcome. I don't care what kind of offense you have in the